Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Arena Gauntlet League match. Today's the day. It's match number 30. This is it. Today's the last match, win or lose, no matter what. But we've got ourselves a win and in for top 8. 121 people started. There are not very many left, and we've got one match to determine if we can make it into top 8 today. If you have just stumbled across this video, boy, have you missed a lot. I recommend checking out the last 29 videos on the channel to catch up here. It's going to be a fun journey for you. You kind of are spoiled a little bit by where we are right now, but hopefully you don't watch this first so you can catch up to where we are. But today's the day, and it is one of the higher stakes matches I've had in my Magic career. I don't have a very long competitive history, and by long I mean non-existent. I've had a couple of higher stakes pre-release events and stuff, but nothing like this before, and this is a lot of fun, and like I said, today's the day. So without any further ado, we're going to check on the Week 6 AGL standings. All right, and here they are. We currently sit in 6th place. Now, that looks like a great spot to be in, right? Here is the current situation for what we've got going on. Lotta, Seething Octopus, and JM Tron have all locked up top 8 spots. They could... Lotta's done for the week, Seething Octopus is done for the week, and JM Tron has one match left for the week. If Tron loses the last match, he still gets into top 8. Rezre, rrrn22, myself, Sepulcher, and Peas of Crab currently sit with 20 wins. So we are the current top 8. But if you look creeping underneath that, we've got Frisky Hobbit at 19 and 9 and Lenindner at 18 and 10. So here's the situation. If Frisky Hobbit wins 2 matches and we lose a match, they jump us into top 8. If Frisky Hobbit goes 1 and 1 and we lose, we beat Frisky Hobbit on opponent match win percentage tiebreaker. So that's good. But if Lenindner goes 2 and 0 and we lose a match, Lenindner jumps us on tiebreaker as well. That's pretty much the gist of where we currently stand. But regardless of everything that I just said, if we win, we jump up into 4th place and lock up a top 8 spot no matter what. The AGL predictor model currently has us at about a 60 to 65% chance to make top 8 currently. With a win today, it goes to 100, and with a loss today, I don't have the ability to put in what I want to check that out. But my guess is it goes into the 30-ish% range. We would need some help at that point. So a lot on the line, a lot of great players here. Like I mentioned, 121 started at the time of my 5th match this week, 30th match overall. 17 remain. Many of those 17 are almost mathematically eliminated. They're less than 1% to make top 8. Some of them are traveling for the holidays, haven't really had the chance to play their matches, won't be able to get them in. There's only so many matches left this week. So this is where we currently stand. So let's check out our final opponent. And that final opponent is Ryan, rrrn22, matching records of 20 and 9. They've got us beat on tiebreaker in 5th place. Again, winning in. Ryan wins, they're in. The loser needs a little bit of help here. So this is an incredibly tight matchup here. I direct messaged probably 8 different players in this league to try to set up the most strategic match for me to play here on match number 30 to see if we can do the best we could to try to win on tiebreakers, jump up, make sure people can't catch us up, all sorts of strategic things. You should have seen the Discord server and all the messages I was sending and receiving and things. It was quite the event, but we have our matchup. Ryan has agreed to play in a win and in for top 8. This is for all the marbles, folks. Enjoy match number 30. Okay, let's dive into this 30th match. And, gosh, the hand is not outstanding. We do have 2 removal spells. We need more lands, but we need more creatures. We need a few things. I guess lands and or creatures aren't horrible draws with this hand. We have Ghoul into Borders if the Ghoul has attacks on turn 3. So I think it's keepable, but it's not great. Red-green. Ooh, well that actually makes it a little bit better, I guess. Hopefully there's no... Oh, there's an Oko Thief of Crowns in this pool. That's a card. Hopefully not on turn 3 here. That would not be good for us. I think I'm just going to play the Siphoner over the Ghoul. There's a better chance this has attacks into like a 2-3 or something and then can trigger the borders. But gosh, if they play Oko, that makes our life very difficult. What other things could be bringing them into Teamer here? We've got Bone Crusher Giant, the Royal Scions, Twin Flame Tyrant. There's some good cards for sure. What about Burst Lightnings? That card always gets me. There are 2 Burst Lightnings in the pool. Okay, that'll be tough. Debating between a land and strategic planning. Interesting. Probably wondering if strategic planning is just too slow. So yeah, I took the land. I think that makes sense. Okay, Siphoner dies. Can Raider still get attacks? Looks like it can. Play borders. We're 1 land away now from both of these things. As well as Hungry Ghoul and next turn with Pumping Raider, so you know, we've got a decent start here. Stern lesson, draw 2, discard 1, create a tapped power. That tells me that he's missing land drops here, and by binning the island, that means he probably drew 2 lands off of the Stern lesson. So let's play out our hand here. Attack for 5, and then hope there's no board wipes. I don't see a board wipe. Mishra's Command, what does that do? No, that doesn't board wipe. Settle the Wreckage, but he doesn't have white, so... There's Brazen Borrower in the pool too, man. There's a lot of good rares here. Match 30. What you gotta expect, right? Okay, so down goes the 4-3. Ping with the Blood Witch. Let's see if Hungry Ghoul also dies. Heartflame Immolator. Oh, well, that was actually a pretty darn good draw here. Yeah, there's not going to be a colorless card that does anything to that. So let's go ahead and kill that. Pump this. And then attack all. Put him to 8. Have the Hungry Ghoul activation up. Don't have Searing Barrage Adamant mana, and we're 2 mountains away from that, which is not very good. Be very good if I could have that with Adamant, but I don't think so. Just gotta hope Oko doesn't show up. Gosh, lots of excavation explosions, huh? There are 2 of those. Okay, well, Hungry Ghoul down, I guess. And Tolarian Terror, that's got Ward, which means I can't actually target it here, so I have to just double pump here, put him to 3, and then next turn if he doesn't have a land or removal, and I draw a land that is lethal. Actually, it's lethal with Blood Witch attacking into Tolarian Terror, and this also. Oh, gain life equal to its power. Really? Well, at least I can kill it, but... Yeah, I think I'm going to do this because it does deal 5 damage. Early Winter can just exile anything, so assuming there is a Giant Growth, but there's also a Snakeskin Veil. The Snakeskin Veil would eat either of these, so let's do this here. Gain 6 life, huh? That makes my life quite difficult. Got the removal, but not a lot of creatures on board here. Okay, land and Agar. At least Agar can die to take out the trash. Debating between Agar and then like some bomb 5-drop or something, maybe? Agar seems like an easy play. Yeah, it wasn't a bomb, but makes sense. Oh, that's till the end of your next turn? Where did it go? Oh, it's in the exile, right? Yeah. Well, this can't block alone. I would love to get rid of this Tolarian Terror, but that requires an extra mana, so I would have to draw one more mana next turn to pay for the ward too. I could take out the trash the Agar this turn when he plays it, and then if I draw an extra land, I get the Tolarian Terror, and then I have free attacks. Because this can't block alone. Conversely, I early winter this right now, attack for 1. Then I can't deal with this terror. Really in like any way. I think I'm going to take the line where I take out the trash, the Agar, and then if I draw land, I early winter terror. If I don't, I probably just early winter the Craven Hulk. So let's pass. Gosh, that Boulder Branch Golem was brutal. There's the Agar. There's a lot of removal over there, like double Burst Lightning, Abrade, double Excavation Explosion. It's made my life difficult. Well, that's actually not horrible. That can deal with the terror even through the ward here. So let's exile this one, play the Frenzied Goblin. Attack, play Goblin. Maybe he has Counterspell or something? No? Given priority, could just be full control. Let's see here. I mean, another creature makes this not very good. Okay, cycling Fleeting Distraction, trying to find into any of those bombs, including Oko here. I mean, we need to get this game over with very quickly. Fey Bloom Trick. Yeah, that does it. Huh, that's really annoying, actually. So I can trade Frenzied Goblin for one of these. That means Ravine Raider is going to trade for the other one. I'm going to do no attacks, play the familiar here. And now this can chump block and chump attack for days as long as I've got the Blood Witch, which is good. Okay, it's a 4/3 with trample. This is a tough deck to deal with. That obviously doesn't do anything. Does attacking do anything? I mean, 9 Lives Familiar attacking makes sense. Still don't even have a second mountain if we were to top deck like Krenko or something. Okay, there's the second mountain now. I could make this have 4 power, but they just block with the 1/1 and the tear, and it kills a 1/1, which doesn't do much. The familiar, I could hold that back to block the terror, or I could attack again. I mean, it forces 1 damage, but the thing is, can I race? Something I could do. Now, if I attack with Goblin, force terror, unable to block, I could only pump this twice, which would mean they had to block with Cindermaw, and it would trade with it. Right? So I pump this twice, it becomes a 3/3. They can't really double block here, otherwise they both die. They double block with Cindermaw, and one of these I kill the Cindermaw, and then the 9 Lives Familiar either trades or gets in for 1. The Frenzied Goblin trades, probably. So this gets in for 1, that trades. I'm at a high enough life total, I think that makes sense. I mean, obviously an instant in hand could make this go horribly. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then the other one trades with the Goblin. That makes sense. Don't auto-assign. This auto-assign, they need to fix this. It's not very good. So they go to 4 now. Okay, take 5 down to 14. Now 9 Lives Familiar might have to be on chump block duty. I don't think I actually win that race, just attacking for 1 every turn here. I mean, like, Involuntary Employment's a pretty good draw. You know, even like a Hungry Ghoul's not bad. Blood Witch isn't horrible. I mean, like, Hungry Ghoul off the top means we win. What if I attack all? Then he goes to 1. 3 cards at hand, though. Like, what could these be? So if I attack all, he blocks the familiar, takes 2, and then takes 2 from this and dies. So he just has to take it all, go to 1. I take 6 on the backswing, go to 6. But, like, if there's anything in hand that messes with that, that makes this really bad for me, can I afford to wait, like, one more turn? Or do I just kind of send it? Oh, there's a Blasphemous Edict. I didn't see that either, but it's not playing black, so... there's High Fate Trickster. There's Brazen Borrower, which could bounce something. And if I attack all and then he, like, eats a Blood Witch and takes the other 2 but bounces a Blood Witch, that's not very good. There's some sort of instant or full control going on. I think I'm going to give it one more turn. I mean, I had lethal if he had nothing, but I can't bank on him having nothing here. Does he have a bounce spell, maybe? Maybe the Brazen Borrower bouncing the 9 Lives Familiar, forcing me to take 6 next turn. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Actually, this forces me to take more than 6 here. I mean, this is 9. Oh, is that lethal? Yeah, I think that's lethal. Well, these are both going to die in first strike, which actually pings for 4 here. Is that right? Oh, no. Oh, no. Wow. Oh, man, the Blood Witch math. The Blood Witch math. Oh, put it on the Brazen Borrower, and I think you win there. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That works, I guess. Man. Okay. Now what? Okay, so we've got a Shatter for the Leyline Axe and the Boulder Branch Golem. I don't think bringing in 2 mana instant destroy an artifact is necessarily worth it. We're on the draw here, so some of our raid cards might not be as good. Like the Goblin Borders might not be as good in favor of just like another random, like earlier creature. So maybe we take out the 3-drop raid creature in favor of like an Axe Guard Cavalry just to get on board a little bit earlier. There's also a Scribe, but we don't really target our own stuff. Maybe just the Cavalry. I mean, it can give something like Siphoner Haste later in the game to ping for 1, which could matter. I could also bring the Blast Runner, but this hasn't been super great. I think I'm just going to make that one change here and try it like this. All right, he's also been sideboarding quite a bit here. I don't like my post-sideboard games, but, you know, we'll take game 1. Oh, this is such a risk. We have a 1-drop, and we have 2 shots at a land to play our 2-drop here. This is really irresponsible to keep, right? Like, I need exactly a mountain to play this. These are both 5-drops. Yeah, I don't think I can keep that. So let's keep this one. Send back a mountain here. And I think this is at least a little bit better. Hopefully the Augur can survive here. Would love to be able to get the card advantage, but I don't necessarily expect it to happen. Go ahead and play the Blood Witch. I could actually play Blood Witch next turn and then use Offspring for the Augur in 2 turns. I think the card advantage is going to be pretty important against a value late game teamer deck like this. Depends on what I draw here and if things survive. Okay, so he decided to use a removal. If he used removal on this, that means he probably has at least another removal spell in hand. So I think I would actually like to Offspring this Augur next turn. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and play a Ghoul here. And then, honestly, every single one of my creatures kind of demands some removal. He's got a lot of it, so, you know, if he used one already, he might have another one to play for this. I kick this next turn, and then I hope we don't die to our own Augur triggers, which has happened before. But, you know, live by the Augur, die by the Augur. They also help trigger Raid for the Goblin, where we can chump block with the 1/1s to help buffer our life total, and also, you know, ping with the Blood Witch. Okay, cycle, looking for answers here. Okay, take 3. We've got to really hope we don't flip a couple of 5-drops off of these things. Tolarian Terror, okay. That's a 1-drop, that's fine. That's a 5-drop. It's not as fine. At least these are chump blockers. It's just we got to make sure that these augurs don't kill us. Okay, draw some cards. Kept one on top. Probably a land if I had to guess. Killing the Blood Witch makes sense here. Kind of have to take... So let's does this have trample? No. So we'll do this and sack it to the Ghoul here. Ping for 1. Can he give a trample some way? Okay, down goes the Blood Witch. Ping for 2. Blood Witch is a nice way to keep pinging damage here, but now that it's gone, not that great. I've got 3 shots at a land. Come on, no more big spells. Okay, that's fine. Dragon Trainer. Can't cast that. I can cast Firebrand and Early Winter here. Or I could Reave Soul, attack all. Reave Soul, play Firebrand, attack all, leave back Firebrand, and a 1/1 to block the Terror. I need to push damage before these augurs kill me. The Early Winter, if I draw another land next turn, can kill the Terror. I don't mind that. Let's play Firebrand. Let's Reave Soul. Let's get in with everything except the Firebrand, I think. Okay, well now I pretty much just have to do this so it doesn't eat my goblin here. And then we make a goblin off of Seer Slicer. And we have to hope that this can chump that, and then we don't die to our own augur triggers. Still missing green mana over there. Fey Bloom trick, yeah. Okay, I guess he's going all in on my augurs killing me here. So I go to 7. And if I flip too much stuff, I could just die. Okay, now the question is, I guess I can see what I flip off of the first one. Okay, I gotta move this and undo auto triggered abilities, because I would like this one to trigger first in case this one needs to get sacrificed here. I might actually just sacrifice this one right now, because it's a 1/1 going against their 1/1s. It could also force a block. It doesn't really force anything, though. This is a really tough spot. I mean, I can sack this augur. Do I really need both cards here? Alright, I think I'm gonna do it. This could be wrong, but I think I'm gonna go for this. Go to my turn, put that one on the stack. Draw a 1-drop, that's okay. Burst lightning, huh. Well, if he doesn't have anything, I've got lethal here. I attack with everything, he blocks the goblin, the ghoul, and then the augur deals 2 and burst lightning kills him. Is that worth risking? Is there any sort of counter spell here? Let's see, there's a disdainful stroke. There's the, what's it called? The brazen borrower could ruin the Darkstar Augur plan. Already used Fey Bloom trick. There's only one spectral sailor. And I don't see another counter spell. So I guess brazen borrower is what we're playing against here. There's also run away together. And he's getting priority. It could just be full control here, though. Do I go for it? All right, we did it. Okay. Moment of truth. For top 8? For top 8? Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, what games. Oh, what games. Congrats, Ryan, on a great league. I mean, we had both win-ins for top 8 there. I took a risk there at the end. I mean, I was almost going to die to my own augurs. What a thrill. This is like some of the most high stakes Magic I've gotten to play against some of the absolute best players, and it's just such a thrill, and I've loved this league. I don't know if I'm going to get another chance at top 8, but you know what? We locked this one up. Congrats. Thank you, Ryan, for the match. And I really hope to also see you again in top 8. We did it. We have locked up a top 8 position. We are in 4th place right now. I think the lowest we could go is going to be 5th place because Resreg could play one more match and beat us on tiebreaker. So we're either locked for 4th or 5th. It doesn't matter. We have access to top 8 in the Foundations draft. What a journey this has been. Thanks, Ryan, for the match. As you can see, Ryan has fallen down into 8th place. So everything I mentioned before the match about Frisky Hobbit and Lenindner still apply to Ryan. Frisky Hobbit has to win 2 matches, and Lenindner needs to win 1 match. Or also go 2-0. They both need to go 2-0 to pass up Ryan. If either of them lose either of their last 2 matches, Ryan also sneaks in on top 8. And for being able to play me in that last match and putting all on the line, I really hope Ryan does get into top 8. He's a very good player and has been in top 8 before, so we'd love to see him again. Lots of great names here at the top. But we are in top 8, so what this is going to mean is that we get access to a top 8, what's called Mega Draft. It is a 6-pack Mega Draft where all the top 8 competitors build a 60-card deck out of those 6 packs and battle as a typical top 8 would. Now, you're going to see... I don't know exactly when I'm going to upload these. Today's Friday. I'm hoping I'm going to upload the draft itself, all the packs and things, on Monday for you. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to upload each of my 3 matches in the top 8. My first match, and then the semis and the finals if we make it. Regardless, if you keep losing, you still get matches. So you're going to see all 3 of the top 8 matches as well against some of the opponents you see on your screen right now. So, you know, it's been a long journey to get here. We finally made it, but there's still work to do. Top 8 is a great achievement. Let's see if we can get that victory. Thanks for tuning in today and throughout the life of this series, and I'll see you on Monday for the top 8 draft.